早安啊！今天哇，工作真是特别累，但是为了巫师3的进度，我还是得开。好了，那就直接开我们的巫师3啊。画面有了，吓死！靠边，等一下，我的主管找我，等我一下。 啊，应该是好了，因为基本上我们上班都有一个，就是有店里的群组，然后又有整个区的群组，假设整个区的群组是大群好了，然后有时候会把重要的事情放在大群，但因为大群也会有其他什么每个店的回报的讯息，所以我都把它设静音，就有讯息我没看到，他叫我回去看一下。好了，那就直接继续啦。哦天哪，那大群我不能设静音的话会很吵哎。而且我们这边一区忘记大概有几个店了，然后每个店的回报都要传是讯息，这样整个会被讯息轰炸欸。今天嘛要做什么呢？要不今天把委托做一做吧，委托3个而已，应该啦，应该是很快吧。我现在手有点酸痛，今天搬货搬的有点多，而且今天又要接触客人，给他们结账之类的。
Lads, I find your concern touching, I do. Yet I've long awaited this day. So you must forgive me, but I shall go through with it as planned. Ah, it seems my guide has arrived.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, White Wolf. I presume you saw my notice? Foolish question. You're here, thus you must have seen it.
有直接的，但我没看呢。
Forgive me, I should introduce myself.
贝勒达伯
Count
爵。
Belladar, a great admirer of your deeds.
Thanks. Not something we Witchers hear often.
But Count, sir, do you mean to go off with just this Witcher? A right hardy fellow he is, no ponce, I'm sure. But your expedition's too risky on the whole. And not taking us with you's, pardon my saying it, right daft.
You exaggerate, Vilmar. I believe I can manage to survive half a day without someone there to wipe me arse in my stead.
他非常相信自己，
Witcher,
更相信我。
Now, to get down to brass tacks, as you've no doubt gleaned from the notice, I've a rather extraordinary proposition for you. I'm a lover, Witcher, of nature. A devotee of the wild. And Toussaint is home to several species not encountered elsewhere. I'd like you to accompany me on an expedition whose aim is to preserve them. Yes. Naturally, you'll protect me should the need arise. My ever-vigilant guards, see, will report any reckless behavior to my wife if I get so much as a scratch. And then woe will be me.
Count Belladar? Famous poultry farmer, is that it?
Well, that was my grandpapa. Dear man.
Grandpapa.
But my trade is the wine trade. I import the finest vintages to Kavir, my homeland.
这逃生特基本上好像没有人在歧视种猎，
Which I like to partake.
而且好像都是以葡萄酒为主要
Really
产
need
业
a。Witcher to partake? Got guards of your own. Take them, save some coin.
安安，
Could.
啊，是真蜘蛛，早安早安呐、
Deserve a bit of rest, relaxation. Right, lads? Besides, I've plenty of coin. Coin that needs spending. Who dares stop me?
Ah, so this is about a rich man, bored stiff, seeking thrills.
There's also Clarissa, who...
Vilmar, please.
Who what?
My daughter. I always return from my travels with some souvenir or another. She looks forward to them tremendously. But we did not meet to chat about my family. We must discuss our venture, must we not?
该不会这工作有什么隐
Need some
情吧？
details before I can say anything. Where are we going? What am I supposed to do exactly?
In the roundest terms, we shall admire the local flora and fauna.
打了2次结局，监狱结局跟欢乐结局 ，Stinky Bridge。
2次结局，你是说血与酒的结局吗？打2次哦。哦，是什么照相机吗？
是。
哦，那你又多2次熟悉这个 DLC 的机会，所以你应该已经够熟悉了。
Looking at animals and flowers and...
Well, that's more or less what it amounts to, yes. Except you will first have to track down the creatures I wish to capture. I know only the very approximate locations of their habitats. Well, and should any trouble arise, we'll have your sword at the ready, right? So, agreed?
先谈钱。
Pretty unusual contract.
I couldn't agree more, yes. And I'm prepared to pay a commensurately high fee.
Don't mind if we actually talk about exactly how high that'll be first, do you?
Why ever would I? Please,
因
simply
为
tell
血与
me
酒
how
的分
much
支
you
路
wish to
线可
receive.
以存在很接近的地方再选择。
很接近的地方选择。哦，既然他说钱不是问题，那我那就高兴没问题吧。哦，真的可以哦，真的可以哦。哇
Doesn't seem hard. Be glad to do something pleasant for a change.
Sublime.
多少钱都没问题哇！这种雇主要是有多少，多点就好了。以前不行哦，因为以前就必须存在很远的地方，然后一个失误就不行了。
现在都符合对话。
Ready to go?
原来啊，
The light seems perfect just now.
这套就是照相机哦。好，跟我想的不太一样。先看它的地图。好，看不懂。
Seems I got the map, so I'll lead.
黑豹巢穴附近。
Wouldn't rather be out here with those guards of yours.
You jest. It's deliverance to emerge from under their wings. Believe me, they're overprotective, oppressively so. I wish to admire the wildlife, preserve it, not watch them kill it in a fit of misguided fear for my life.
What if the wildlife attacks us?
Then we shall have no other recourse. I do not wish to be something subtle to you, but as long as they remain calm, we've no need to provoke them. It's of the utmost importance to me, in fact.
要那些怪物不攻击有点困难呢。那边还有熊哎，确定是 OK 的吗？
Map says there should be panthers around somewhere. Grunting, panting, something like a bear.
Oh, I'm not the least bit eager to come face to mug with a bear. We should move on.
看过来了。
No! What are you doing?
干嘛？我没有干嘛。我刚干嘛了吗？你又不是要拍熊，有差吗？你要拍的不是黑豹吗？
Hear that? Panthers.
Frankly, I did not hear a thing. Clearly, your senses are far more acute than mine. I must rely on them.
然后你要的黑豹来了，在那边。
你的回旋呢？
回旋啊，对耶，我都忘记了，忘记有这回事了。这边可以吗？干嘛？我要更靠近是不是？可是太近的话，我怕会捕兽夹。哦，他是被捕兽夹给困住，是不是？
Poachers. Snares. Looks like they were hoping for a bear.
雅克西
Got caught instead.
Pub.
这边吗？
Will you help the mother?
Give it a shot. Gotta call it first. Likely to run prejudice otherwise.
Brilliant. You freed him. Superb.
短信。
Folk call witches heartless. This will put the lie to that.
Parasticum
Whoa, okay.
upset the animals.
他
Better
拍
get
照
out of here.
也太大声了吧！
Cannot abide poaching. I'm content you share my love for animals.
我要带他去巨型蜈蚣。
Got pretty broad interests
巨
for a
型蜈
man
蚣应
of
该就
the
没那么好说话了吧？牙科西没用
My
吧？
share of things. Wine, nature, painting. I imagine the life of a witcher must be rather more monotonous. With all due respect.
city. It is. Never boring, though.
I, for one, cannot fathom only ever consorting with the same creatures, day in and day out.
Got a wife?
古老相机声音配音。
那声音确实是有够大声。
Giant. Underground tunnel burrowers. Make a distinct sound. We can use that to track them.
话说本来就会发出这种声音吗？这是巨型蜈蚣，他停下来等我，人真好哎。
Sounds loud and clear here. Must be near the nest.
两个巢穴，
Well, this vantage point's no good. I shan't capture a good image from
我要
here.
炸他吧。
Right, wait. We'll find you a better spot that's safe too. Tread lightly. Giant centipedes sense the softest sounds, the lightest vibrations. You wake one up, it wakes up angry.
这也可以吧？
How about
法印
here?
轻松玩乐 Vlogs Steam Privilege。
Isn't it a bit close?
用法印感觉
We'll
还
find
蛮好
another
玩的
spot.，
可惜我的装备不适合，因为我基本上玩很多游戏都不会放那些所谓的怎么讲嘞？像我玩艾登法环也不会玩那种用法术流的，我都习惯拿剑这边砍，我会进战流啦。上面，哇哦！ 这里
Here, maybe. Distance seems right. Light's not bad either.
Yes, this will work perfectly.
这基本上像是我之后可能会玩的那个什么魔咒之地，那个就是全部都是用法术玩的游戏，那个我就不知道我会不会喜欢玩。
Can you lure them out?
Give me a minute. Need to think. Vibrations. Gotta send some through the ground. I'll try tossing a bomb or casting a sign. And you watch
Oh.
out. Don't get any
要
closer.
震动是不是？哎，他不让我震动。没用吗？还是我丢炸弹了？丢个什么好呢？好，就决定是你了。反正我都要把巢穴给炸了嘛，不如一次炸两个。
An excellent day for capturing moments.
哦，干！
Truly
太亮了吧！
magnificent that was. We can move
我
on.
刚才被致盲哎，刚被致盲了一下子哎。
Exhilarating. Positively exhilarating. Thank you. I've one more request. Local peacocks performing their mating ritual.
孔
I'd
雀
love to see that. Apparently, a flock dwells not far from here.
We can go. Just don't count on peeping at them while they mate. Season ended a month back.
Oh, that's terrible. I so wish to capture their splendorous tails in full bloom. Is there nothing you can do if they prove uneager to present? Perhaps challenge them somehow? Goad them?
What did you have in mind? Don't have a tail myself, and I'm not likely to sprout one anytime soon.
My thoughts were more along the lines of Witcher magic. They say you can exert influence over lesser creatures.
用法印吗？
Guess I can try. Can't promise you anything, though.
Splendid. Consider me contented. I cannot pinpoint the flock's location, but a hunter I know told me a few likely spots. I'll mark them for you.
All right. Let's go find some peacocks.
用法印来让孔雀开屏。
Why peacocks?
My daughter is rather fond of them. They will be a treat for her.
哪个法印可以让孔雀开屏啊？
We're close. Eyes in the back of your head.
这里。
A feather from the rump, coated in suet. Cock shed it recently, and the suet's got a distinct scent. Ought to be able to track the flock.
孔雀的味道。
In action. What a treat to watch.
这是孔雀叫声吗？孔雀这样叫的吗？哦，我现在没听过孔雀叫声，就是。这气味是到这边呢。我绕回来了。
Hear that? They're calling to each other.
好多只哦。
Fabulous. We're getting close.
嗷嗷！
Oh, that's lovely. Now, if they could just splay their tails.
See what I can do. Find a good spot.
Ready?
用亚克
Use
旗
your。magic, Witcher.
还用亚克旗哦，我以为是什么比较奇特的啊。
Oh, this'll be a masterpiece. Smile, please.
哦，好亮！
Giant centipede!
哎，
Damn it!
Where did they come from?
Must have followed us. Get back!
Ah, get up! Sit.
换个北风，用哪一个、啊？北风。哦。
Do not look in my direction.
靠北，你他妈闪我！不是你，他给我抵 buff 哎、哎，好亮！好了，不要闪
All
了。
over now.
That was tense. I believe I've had my fill of excitement for today.
他们在搞我啊！
What a wonderful adventure.
Get everything you wanted?
Yes.
In that case, time to get back to your camp.
蜈蚣跟巨魔一样不能打背。
Returning
打
your
背
lord
哦。
to you, safe and sound.
You've our gratitude.
好麻烦哦。
You
那
see,
蜈蚣
lads,，there was nothing to fear.
Thank you, Witcher.
其实最麻烦的还是我还觉得是花了，那个花真的是
Breathe some new
超
life into
超
them.
级烦的。
Wait here a moment, Geralt. I've to
蜈
fetch my
蚣
coin.
我是感觉还行，只是他一直钻来钻去，真是很烦。他刚刚说了什么吗？我刚没听到。
New life? He was feeling down?
Made no mention, did he? 10 years back, his last, Clarissa's her name, took a spill off her horse. Been bedridden ever since. Cannot walk of her own. She'd been the life of the house before the calamity. A merry sprite what filled every corner with
蜈蚣
joy.
可以用雅
Can't we
根
oft
之
take
印
her
抓
out on trips? She
雅
loved
根基可以
animals
抓哦，
too.
可以把它困在里面，是不是？
Excursions he makes now, or rather paintings he brings home. There's her only window on the wider world.
Sorry to make you wait.
原来是这么温馨的故
I
事
was。dead chuffed to be able to observe you in action. To confirm for myself there that the tales about you were not exaggerated in the slightest. You showed discipline, reliability, responsibility. I dare say you'd make the ideal business associate. That's a shame you've no interest in the wine
我有
trade.
自己的葡萄酒
One
店
day,
啊，
maybe.
Your reward. Use it well.
再买75块。
Thanks.
I've one other matter I wish to broach. In a few days' time,
Eh,
I shall
240.
exhibit my work
不让
for
你
some
去吗？
friends, my coterie, so to speak. Would you come by?
没问题。
Why not, if I'm in the area?
Splendid. In that case, I shall see you at my lodgings.
太有
I'm
后
staying
续
with
哦
a。friend while in Tucson, near a village named Francolar.
I'll be by. See ya.
Boy, it's my bum if I read it.
话说这边有一个宝藏，
You still hey,
在哪里啊？
over here, please.
是你哦。
Heard you calling. Wanted to talk?
I did, for we're neck deep in trouble. Of the spider kind.
Need a maid with a broom, not a witcher.
You fail to understand. These are huge. The size of pigs
啊，
or
蜘蛛厌
dogs.
烦呐，
Black
一直给我喷
terry
丝。
spewing webs.
Not talking about spiders then. Talking about arachnomorphs.
Call them what you will. You must smash the rogues, will you? Those caves would be prime barrel storage were it not for the beasts.
All taken care of. Went inside and cleaned up.
哎，
Thank
我之前听过了是不是？
and you too, of course.
哦，可能是我之前路过的时候刚好清掉了。
Wine trade. Been at it for a while?
Not terribly long, to be candid. I apprenticed to be an alchemist, but proportions were never my strong suit. So I took to trading in wines. More pleasant, I must say. One drinks on the job and no one ever complains.
Makes sense. And the world's always a bit more bearable on a buzz.
他要卖什么啊？
Was looking to buy something. Maybe sell something too.
哦，他有卖
全。破后可以留在该周目杀怪弄突变诱发物。
就是图片发物就一直刷嘛，对不对？我现在也又好缺红色哦，真是好缺哦。哎，我今天修什么？我有点忘记了。我有修什么吗？啊，反正先买一买啦，总会用到了樱桃酒。其他的我不知道会不会用到啦，先这样子吧。
破关后会有一个奖励，可以帮忙刷突变诱发物。
破关后奖励可以帮忙刷图。哦，
Time I
Let
got
me
back on
keep
the
swap.
path. So long.
在那边可以刷到满，是不是？因为我的突变诱发物，我现在用浴血嘛。啊，我想要把栏位开多一点，但是我好缺技能点数，也好缺红色，大家都会缺红色啊，蓝色都一大堆，看蓝色11个，绿色17个，红色就1个而已，好缺哦。我的红色我现在可以。红色
不过要杀100只才能变出一颗突变诱发物。
哇，几率也太低了吧，1%而已啊！这个冬樱跟蒲公英，我觉得我是需要这些东西，冬樱跟蒲公英。哪边有卖冬樱跟蒲公英啊？还有卖吗？
Was looking to...
好像没有卖。那是不是要去找药草商人啊？
Time I got back on the path. So long.
草药商人的话， 他的这个酒商没有，还是要？哎，这边有吗？看一下，它是不是只有特定地方有卖啊？还是到处都有可能有机会？走错边靠背，我跟着黄色点走了。骑马好了。
Faster.
大门在哪里啊
Go.
这有卖吗？
Your Honor, welcome, wanderer. In need of herbs, perhaps? Wort for a sore stomach, or
Prefer willow bark or iris root for stomach aches. Wort can cause dizziness, nausea.
forgive me. It's just that you do not have the look of one familiar with herbs.
What looks that? And looks deceive anyway. Me, I'm not out for common weeds that grow in any meadow. Need rare ingredients. Can you help me out? Or should I
我有
move
稀
on?
有的原料，
You must judge for yourself.
你这有吗？
Right. Show me what you got.
哦，它也有这个哎。蒲公英有卖哎，这个我也需要吧？我记得，这我需要吧？啊，冬阴我就真的不知道去哪里买了。冷冬，这个我好像也需要哦。有一种印象是我需要它。哦，对，这个我需要它，没错。什么都给它强化上去就对了。水牛草，我缺
玩法
省
硬流就不需要狐女之剑了。
哦，确实啊，红女之剑确实法印流不需要啊，应该只要拿那一种可以强化法印的剑就好了。水牛草它有卖吗？哎有哎，是哦，把每个药都给它做一个。以太结合剂、净化剂、分解剂，什么都来一点呢。麦角种子，分解剂来一个，然后净化剂来一个，结合剂来一个。他说什么？我忘记靠背，我记性太差了。血磨皮跟血磨皮跟什么绿莓，还有麦角种子，绿莓，血磨皮它这好像没有，对不对？麦角种子。它只是没有血磨皮。OK， 那我几乎所有都可以做了。电流不是药，你错了。以太，我这边清空还蛮有成就感的。 铁磨皮哦。哎，铁磨皮再说吧。
I'm off.
Lovely.
喂，明天中午去野餐，要去野餐啊！这委托看来没这么简单啊，我已经没有结束了。
Stocks and the whip await those.
哎，虽然叫我等到，没事，我以为他在做什么奇怪事情。好，等到中午吧。那我们来睡到中午。OK。全能庄园改造王成就。哎呦。
Welcome. Count Belidal is
The wilds of Tucson
这里吗？
harbor innumerable fascinating secrets. Its picturesque meadows and untouched woodlands are home to one of the most dangerous species of. It's wonderful to meet the subject of the Baron's new cycle. Such an opportunity. Enjoy the exhibit.
是他拍的照片哦。一个是我解开黑豹的陷阱，一个是我在打那些巨型蜈蚣。跟一副有孔雀的巨型蜈蚣。
Both male and female Beauclair centipedes are formidable predators. The bees prefer to hunt in packs, yet the author of this extraordinary work was able to capture a lone specimen preparing to attack. Cast your eye on the hunter, who, though fully aware of the danger, wears a look of cold determination on his face
是自拍是不
as he
是？
awaits the optimal moment to strike.
是什么自拍？
Ah, Geralt, you're here. Wonderful. Come, please.
为什么会有自拍啦？
I'm delighted to see you. I've a small gift for you, and I shan't let you refuse. You are free to sell it, of course, though I would be honored were you to hang it in your home.
哦，挂在家里嘛，那是当然没问题啊。你女儿还好吗？
Talked to your guards back at the camp. Told me about Clarissa. Sorry to hear about her accident.
Thank you. Kind words that mean a great deal to me.
How's Clarissa these days? Probably can't wait for you to get back.
To get her gifts, you mean? I've dispatched 2 already. She'll not need to wait for my return.
他那是先记录起来再画上去的。
哦，是先记录，那只是因为记录的而已啊。我还可以来，
Yeah, actually
哎，
happen to
自
know
拍还蛮
one.
不错的，
Name's
自
Torque.
拍画像。
He can be mean, but for the right fee, he'll do anything you ask.
Splendid. I thank you for the hint.
Tell him I send my regards.
真的，
Good crowd. You got a lot of friends. All of them seem to be fawning over your paintings, too.
Oh, when you've as much coin as I do, friends buzz around like flies on fresh meat. And they praise you to high heavens for each trip, burp, and sneeze. Not all are lying sycophants, that's not what I mean. Just most, unfortunately.
Why bother? Why even invite them around?
I'm a man of enterprise. I must put my trade before any personal hatreds or sympathies. Besides, at times, I'll exhibit a completely failed painting just to listen to them twist their tongues into
哇，这心
knots,
机
trying to find just
确实
the
好玩
right。 superlatives to lather on smeared rubbish. Naturally, the more intent someone is to get into my good graces, the louder they praise my
哇，这个恶趣味。
masterpiece. It's devilish fun, I tell you.
Nice meeting you. So long now.
啊，顺便买个酒吧。
Yeah, drink, food, and what's the now? Welcome to my humble establishment. What land do you hail from?
Been on the road so long, don't know how to answer that. Let's just say I'm from the north.
Ah, is it true what they say about the war, death, destruction all about?
Exaggerated. Not by much, though.
Oh, forgive my asking about thy family in Edamsi. So I'm curious. But please,
好，生特人都那么
do
好
tell
啊
me，what I
都
can
那么
do
友
for
善吗
you.？
Show me what you're selling.
啊，樱桃酒在他有卖牌。啊，买了，买了，这个我有了，买了，这个买。这个我好像也需要，算了，买，这个也买，其他的随便啦。好，这样子。
Should be going. Farewell.
Drink, food.
Just yesterday, we were
This is basilisk, and your family can apply for compensation. You'll get eternal rest, and your family will get a rollicking fest. Win-win.
Chum, that's something.
哦，他们都会讲一些奇怪的事情呢。等一下，我东西需要卖吗？有耶，很多东西哦。我这快满了。好，去买个东西。刚好有个铁匠，希望他的钱够多。
Hey, what's that?
Mind showing me your wares?
希望你的钱够啊，好少，卖一件就没钱了。我再卖个手套，75块，不然跟他买点东西好了。不对啊，他卖东西我都不需要啦，我装备已经不用再换了，应该啦。啊，不然跟他买个。
去找师匠啊！
也是啊，师匠钱很多。
So long.
绝对有钱。
师匠他现在应该有几万块了。
Without so much as breaking a sweat.
先去找师匠卖东西，再去放个东西，把那个比较厉害的装备放进我的箱子里。师匠在这儿。 这样就最有钱了。这里没错吧？每次都忘记录。啊，我还记得，所以，
Green.
哎，快点，
What do you have on offer?
给我你的钱，丢啊你！过太爽，东西都全部卖给他，那钱超多。哎，我卖到他，哎。 我卖到了东西是不是？算了，没差，反正用不到。他东西需要卖吗？话说这个为什么不能放进箱子里，不能卖掉啊？这只能一直背着哦。其他东西嘛。 找商人卖一卖好了，这个应该占重量也还好啦。
那是最好的战利品。
最好战利品哦。
Farewell.
Good luck.
是哦，不应该装备它是不是？因为我装备这个，我装备这个东西好像破音靠背。我装备这个东西好像也不能卖啊。 这东西好像也不能卖啊。可以卖哦。只是为什么不能放在箱子里面？不知道吗？因为箱子会满吗？1%怪物使出致命一击额外伤害，跟2人，还有3%黄金。好吧，那我用这个。然后我回家一趟，回家看一下我这个重新装潢的家。哦，这那个主线，我在哪里？哦，这里。可以把那幅画挂在我的墙上，我家变好亮哦。哇，不应该把它那么亮。哇，里面变得很，哇哦！看这里哦。
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling
他变成我的员工了。
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Basil's care.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I cut it short.
Yes, years of suffering. Do you know what was worse than the hunger? Watching my loved ones, my children grow old and die. All my family's long gone now. The last of my kin perished.
好吧，那我就继续装这个。
I fear I've nowhere to go.
你留在这里啊，当我员工啊。
留下他变厨娘。
厨娘。哦，他会帮我做饭吗
？Never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet,
yeah.
After all I've suffered, the years of starvation, I've but one dream. At last to prepare food
让他走遍乞丐。
还真假？差太多了吧
？In the tastes and smells of spices, to sit at one table with others and eat.
把他赶走，感觉好狠哦，太狠了吧
？Help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen, eating his meals. You know he's not a culinary virtuoso.
Nothing could make me happier.
以后厨房几天后都会有食物可以拿。
有食物可以拿哦。
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. Many years ago, my father assembled valuables for my dowry.
哦，还有钱拿。
I never wed, so they remained unclaimed. These baubles are no use to me now, but to you, well, perhaps let them be a token of my gratitude. If you wish to find them, you must go to my old home, to Trastamara. The dowry lies hidden in a barrel in the cellar. There are several barrels. You must give each a knock until you find the right one.
我也要去那个充满汤匙的地方。
葡萄酒大战每个星期都会有酒拿。
I'd never expect someone with your past to feel
然后我上一次他有跟我讲。
Do you fear I will cook in your home as I brewed as a white?
Counting on you having slightly better taste as a human.
Of that you can be sure.
他有跟我讲说就会送酒来。烤公牛。
Her spit roasted oaks was famed throughout the land.
Thought you were a lady, owned an estate.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right, of course. And I had the best of cooks. But I devised the dishes myself. They only prepared them.
You sure you don't feel lonely out here?
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since you freed me of my thrall, but somehow, for now at least, I do not feel drawn to the city, to others.
Visited others' homes as a white?
Yes, but ever at night, when all were asleep, I went in search of spoons.
Remember, you can always change your mind.
的
Decide you've lived here long enough, just say the word.
I'd never wish to seem ungrateful.
And I'd never want you to stay against your will. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
太温馨了吧！
全破后如果走加冕结局，会有王室才能喝的酒可以拿。
加冕结局哦，好吧，先不要剧透好了。
监狱结局没有。
但我不知道我会选到哪个东西。先可以挂画对不对？挂画，这个，哇哦，有像是那一幅，跟知识这一幅。外面可以挂那个盾牌，英灵盾。我放这边。我忘记把精灵剑放哪里了，这样没杀。放置战利品，这个东西每次都不能放但是每次都不能放东西为什么？要放什么战利品啊？
画可以放入仓库2周再挂。
放仓库2周再挂没关系啊，我可以先挂着，反正好看嘛。还有一幅画但是我不想挂。这个也不能放，为什么这不能放啊？这不能放进我的仓库里为啥？
那个战利品是拳击，还有刚刚的嫁妆跟昆特牌。
嫁妆跟昆特牌。等一下，我怎么拿到那个东西的滑翔蜥蜴，在亚代所抛下钮的滑翔蜥蜴，我怎么想不起来？我是哪边拿到的？
不能放的都是2周目不继承的。
哦，不能继承是不是？好吧。其他应该没什么东西了吧？就放进去好了。而且其他的我都会舍不得丢，其他的我都会想要放进去。
战利品基本都不继承。
都不继承哦。这都要重打是不是？这些？好吧。好，就哇，我钱还是很多我现在可以换的钱有大概2500吧，2600左右，可以这些东西卖一卖，应该也有蛮多钱的。先这样子好了。
A witcher.
Just yesterday, they were fighting like cats, and today, they were.
这样，我要做什么事情？我要去做委托好了。采石场，牛脾气。
Smell that? Welcome to Toussaint.
人，公头。
What the golly blasting devils are you doing, men? What plague? An unfortunate turn of offense, that's all. Get back to chiseling. If we don't deliver that head on time, the infestor will twist my plums off.
Is that what you'll tell Emil's widow? That a cow crushed him and it was an accident? This, sir, is a grave matter. It requires a specialist. Some mage or warlock.
What happened here?
Look! It's that witcher who's come to town. Maybe he can do something. An exorcism or the like. We should ask how much coin he'll want.
Saw your notice. Got a problem with a cow? Fear a plague, is that it?
Yes, indeed. And a horrid one at that. We've earned the gods something true we have. In
天降乳
Zanarkand,
牛
they've sent a plague of locusts, then of frogs. With us, they
这
skipped
听起来比
right
天气预
to
报还厉
raining
害。
cows down on us.
恭喜你提前杀掉目标。
Enough! No need to
他的
so
目标
panic.
什么目标？
Come, Master Witcher, I shall divulge to you the matter at hand.
我杀了什么东西吗？
你身上的。
啊，我已
Yes,
经解决了。
Unfortunate matter indeed. To be crushed by a cow. A true shame, Emil. He was a good worker. I told them at once there had to be a simple explanation. But that lot, no. Right away they started in screaming, plague! Demanding higher wages for hardship, poor working conditions, you see? They'll ruin me, the blotters.
My job is to figure out why a cow fell from the sky. That it?
That too.
哦，刚刚那个叙述的确是 跟牛有关系耶。
Some filths overrun the
不
other
能
pit.
抬高价码了。
Fear to venture.
啊，可惜。刚才叙述的确是
Not
跟牛有关系
surprised.。Cow? Where'd it come from? What kind was it?
Why, the ordinary spotted kind.
就是那个石化蜥
Its corpse
对，
rots
是
in
石
the
化
other
蜥吗？还是
pit,
华阳
sends
蜥
out
蜴？
its
忘记了。
stench, and the meal lies right beneath it. Will you tend to the matter? Take on the contract?
把牛叼走，然后把它丢下去，是不是？
What exactly is going on here?
滑翔。
Construction
滑翔
of a
蜥蜴。
statue of the prophet Lepiota. We're carving it. Not all at once, that is, but piece by piece. A pious investor's revived the project after years of neglect. He's engaged all nearby quarries in its completion. And we would be on schedule were it not for the incident. Please, Master, will you look into it?
目睹
Need
的
to
事
know
件。
more about this accident. Anyone actually see what happened?
滑翔翼龙。
No.
哦，滑翔翼龙哦，
Sounds there were.
我记错了。
Osturv had just gone to see how Emil was getting along when suddenly we heard an ear-botching boom. Moments later, something smashed into one of the cranes.
Doubt it was the cow that hit the crane.
Probably true. At any rate, come morn, we ventured out to sea, but the vermin drove us off. With that, all work came to a halt. Has remained so since. Master, tarry no longer, please. Will you take on the matter?
OK，谈钱啊。OK 的，OK 的。
是
To talk about my
没差。
reward before
哦，
I
你是蜥蜴吗
decide.？
Time for a good haggle. So how much would you take?
是可以谈哦，300开始耶。好像不一定每次都一定要拉到1/3耶，
都是龙族。
都是龙族也是啦，一也是龙族，真假？370 OK 吗？啊，太高了。好啦，350了，给你优惠350。啊，还低？好了，340总可以了吧？
You must
一直这样子应该不到1/3吧？不到1/3耶。
fine.
好来
But that is the sum total. No bonuses or gratuities on top. Understood.
，OK 了，交给我。
Fine, I'll look into it. Might be a botched portal, but I doubt it.
Lepiota reward you with progeny aplenty. I shall keep an eye out for your return.
在亚代所抛下牛的滑翔蜥蜴，哦，他也蜥蜴没错啊，所以没错，亚代所就是所以是那一只没错，就已经干掉了嘛。 应该是哪时候路过的时候干掉的，有点忘记了。其实我在跑图的时候路过，就干掉了。下面啊，应该是一个人哦。
Must be Emil. Workers mentioned him. Poor guy, unlucky as all hell. Right, now where do I start?
工人的伤口
Crushed by something heavy.
头骨
Skull
骨
base
折
is cracked. Fresh tooth marks. Necrophages. But they got to him after his death. Won't learn anything else from the body. Tissues crushed in places. Must have fallen from quite a height. Gut sliced open. Not much blood, so it happened after death. Heart had already stopped pumping. Tooth marks. Small ones, though, so necrophages left him clearly. Sure sniffed out their feast fast. Deep claw wounds. Spread between talons indicates a draconid. A wyvern, probably. But these wounds weren't the cause of death. Got it. All clear now. Cow died when it fell from a great height. Draconid must have dropped it. A youngster probably trying to get the cow back to its nest, but it proved too heavy. Emil's bad luck to be standing right underneath. And then there's the crane. Blood. Draconid must have hit it pretty
撞到
hard.
吊车，
The cow
然后
probably
把
tried
牛
to steady
拽下
its
去。
flight. Got hurt in the process. Good. Should be simple to track down.
所以我已经杀掉了，那现在可以追踪。
Traces of Draconid blood. Barely perceptible. I'm on the right track.
滑雪。
Started bleeding heavily. Wound was more serious than I thought, looks like.
2点，那边还有是不是？
Smells like sour mash. Draconid must have attacked a local distillery. Bastard. Gonna hang your head from my saddle.
死者的笔记，什么东之东的，过去之过去，哦不太重要。
Landed on the roof of the distillery. Raised a ruckus, made a mess, then moved on. Paw prints. Crawled through here. Clearly too tired to fly. Was in a bad way. Barely crawling. Second Draconid landed here. A larger one. Waited for the smaller one to heal, then they flew off together. Should be easy to track. Smaller one was still bleeding, luckily.
这里
Flew off together. Probably bound for their nest. Trail ends here. Been up here already. Might want to take a look, just to be sure.
攻击滑翔蜥蜴，所以我真的有看到它吧？都将礼品的，应该看到它了吧？应该是没东西可以打吧？应该吧？
Had it right. Slizzard stole the cows. Well, killed them already. Maybe now I can get someone to pay me for it. Good thing I incinerated those eggs back there. Now to collect my reward.
哦，当初我应该是为这个魔力之锁爬上来，然后就刚好遇到那只。当我就去把问号点都给它踩一踩嘛，刚好来这边。
太晚接经验值7 Stinky Glitch，
太晚接了。跑回去，跑回去！有马就是不骑，用跑的。
Well, have you learned how that cow came to fly?
Yeah, you can get back to work. And it wasn't a plague of falling cows.
Did I not say so from the start? A weight off my chest. So what was behind the animal's plummet?
Young Slizzard flying over the quarry dropped it. Was trying to get it back to its nest. Food for its mother and siblings. Probably heard the last of the beasts. Burned the nest, eggs, everything.
A praiseworthy precaution, but as I said, I can only pay you what we agreed. I simply haven't any more.
Take this,
and I thank you, Master. All cleared up now, right? No gods, no plague, just the dragon, but it's gone too. We're to pay Emil's widow compensation, and that will be that. So, why do you still stand there and wait, men? Back to work! Chop, chop!
太凶了吧！这种半夜叫别人工作。
镜子大师送的马鞍真的很助力，跟别人打架，马鞍的催眠一直帮忙干扰敌人 Stinky Glitch。
哎呀，太可惜了，没拿到。来2周目看一看吧。哎，电讨了吗？哇哦！
Master, what would I have done without you? Countless throngs of Lebiota's followers will praise in prayer.
And you'll pay me, right?
But of course, your reward.
他有钱拿。
Infesta is a serious man of enterprise. Our plan for
哦，是我之前做的那些任务吗？
With the donations that will follow, we aim to recoup
800块
production in 3 to 5 years. Everything has been calculated, you see, down to the last decimal.
Good luck then. Farewell.
哇！好多钱哦，好爽哦！哦，他这里，哎，他这里是从哦，没有看错了，想为什么采石场变成雕像了？等我一下，我记得好像有说有个地方很好玩。今天听别人说那边很好玩，但是我不知道那边有什么东西。在哪里啊？看一下他给我的图。唐泰恩十字路口附近，我有这东西吗？我有这地点吗？好像没有。这好像是这里。这里吗？那我从这里可以过去。啊，我先找到船点，等我一下。
Fetch this empty gate, sweep up here, possible. I'm going to save a man! Watch your stones!
看起来这里没错吧？
旁边的小屋有隐藏任务。
隐藏任务哦，看来是很好玩的东西哦。隐藏任务哎，这里啊，靠北。往这里走吗？唐泰恩十字路口。
Slow now. Whoa.
旁边的小屋，旁边的小屋，你是说这个小屋吗？还是哪个小屋？这应该不是小屋吧？这个吗？这个？这边吗？
就是
这个、哦，还是这个？一还是二？一还是二？
刚刚的。
刚刚的这边。OK， 好。哦，真的耶，惊叹号。
Give me peace, please. What makes you insist on me as your victim? Why choose me to torment? Begone, foul spirit.
这里有20啊。
You're tormented. By what?
Forgive me, but I must ask directly. Are you a man? I no longer trust my senses.
Not exactly. I'm a witcher. Quite a few folk think I don't deserve to be classified as a member of the human species. Know some personally.
A witcher? But no. Nor can you help me.
打20我最可以了。
We'll see. Just tell me what the problem is.
A foulness, a demon or wraith haunts me, grants me no rest. It wants something. I sense this, but know not what. Each day it appears, tarries, then leaves. It's here now, there, beyond the trees.
哦，20第一视角。
Don't see a thing.
Of course not. It cannot be seen.
Yet you see it?
Only when I drink the brew.
喝下魔
Which
药
brings a pain to my head. Nausea. But I endured these to keep an eye on the wraith, my tormentor.
This demon of yours, can you describe it?
It is an enormous horse.
巨蟒
Its hoofbeats pounding in the dark.
哦，没遇过的恶灵哎。
Stops, stares, then runs on.
Sure it's not just a wild horse, run of the mill?
The creature is not of this world. When it gazes at me, a terrible chill pervades my soul. It is evil condensed, its eyes black, void. Each time it comes, terror grips me. I cease what I'm doing, still my breath and heart.
What's your brew made of? Gotta wonder what's causing such strong visions. You drop in some mushroom, jumper tub, dancing dewlap?
Close.
龟头菇
The common grey top. I see you know your herbs.
Grey top? Variety's extinct if I recall correctly.
绝种的
Nearly.
菌菇，你再拿来
I was able to grow
做
a
成
few
药
from
来喝。
dried spores. I'd hoped a brew of grey top would
抄
reveal
袭
this
有魔药
nightmare.
只有一次
I
不
was
能
not
补。
wrong.
只有一
As
次
far
不
as
能
I
补，
know, Grey top produces some powerful
等一下我要
side
喝
effects,
掉。
though it can, in fact, reveal the hidden.
是很强的药吗？
Yes, I see the evil. Better that than to know it is there, but not know where.
好，现在谈钱。
Need to talk about how much I'll get paid first.
Is it gold you want?
Orens or Novigrad crowns.
不强，
Florins
不
will
强，
work
所
too.
以只是这个任务会用到而已，
I've nothing, in fact. Just
还是只是真的是没有很强的魔药而已，
a
就
good
是
crop
搞
this
笑
year.
用的。
搞笑用
Produce
的。
quickly, completely, and several sacks will be yours. Agreed?
好吧，不要暴走了。
If that's the case, no pay required. Need those potatoes more than I do. Fine. You seem sure something's out there. I'll see what I can do. Start by taking a look around.
龟头菇，马之灵。哦，
Dead moths. Attracted to some ghosts like to the light of a candle. Seems there's at least some truth to the hermit's ravings.
边吃派宣言，末日即将来临。远离肉体的欢愉，避免自身的舒适，有时是应当的。重视邻人的幸福胜过自己的舒适，则是值得赞同的。第8日，边吃派不但边打自己，让人吸肉体上的痛苦。是什么奇怪的教派啊？哦，是会手菇吗
Common gray top. Strong hallucinogen. Thought extinct. Don't often get to see that.
还有养猫诶。
Drops of blood on the pillow. Trail of them leading to the window.
血迹。
Shutters closed tight. Need to check the other side, see if the trail continues.
没人乱哈气。哦，血迹延伸到这边来。
Trail of blood starts at the pillow, ends here. Medallion's still vibrating.
It looked at you.
这我要查什么东西？
Something drinks the hermit's blood at night. That I know. Gotta talk to her. Maybe she can tell me something more.
Witcher.
Heard flagellants whip themselves to atone for all humankind's wrongs, to appease the gods, gain their forgiveness. That why you do it?
We've each our own reasons. I seek to atone for the suffering of a living being, which once fell victim to another's vanity. I care not for humankind, preferring instead the company of animals.
Most likely some kind of wraiths tormenting you. Can't tell what kind, though. Felt weak, spent lately. Bite marks on your skin?
As I said, I feel weaker by the day. And bites, of course. There are lice and midges here aplenty.
This isn't lice. Something much bigger drinks your blood while you sleep.
But I do not sleep. Not a wink. He's always present, always watching. I cannot bear it any longer.
Sadly, not much I can do. Can't exterminate it if I can't see it.
The Great Top. I shall make a brew of it for you.
第一周目玩死而无愧已经玩累了，接下来都是玩想流点血了。
想流点血是不是？死无愧比较难是不是？
This mushroom, even in me, could produce some nasty, unpredictable side effects.
True. There is no knowing how Great Top would affect a mutated body.
死无愧比较难吗？
Could be our only chance to figure this out.
这是那种玩起来像在打魂类游戏，是不是
All right, high time we tried this.
死而无愧有时候会被秒杀。
哦，那看来真的是魂类游戏，看来也是喜欢挑战自我的人了。我通常玩开放世界游戏都是只是想要体验剧情，但是又不想要太简单，就是有一种游戏体验。龟头菇汤药。
If I start muttering something about unicorns or sorceresses,
干
ignore it.
还想念独角兽啊？还想趴？哦，喝药。看见了吗？在哪里？哦，胡子穿模了。啊，昏倒了。
因为一下的敌人太容易瞬间解决，所以才玩。
哦，原来啊。什么事没发生？一觉天亮，睡得非常舒服。
Don't see no wraith.
Wow, this clover's amazing. Now that's what I call a bouquet.
Who said that?
Oh, you're awake. Had me worried. You were out way too long. Even considered giving you some white honey. Kinda hard to do with hooves, though.
Huh?
Roach?
我不会说话。
Your voice. It's, interesting. Gotta say, I expected a young mare to sound...
它是母马，我真假，现在也知道。
Based on what? Your vast experience with talking animals? As far as I know, I'm your first.
跟马说话哎。
Good point. Must be the brew that did this. Interesting side effect.
Great, isn't it? You should take this stuff more often. Got so many
哇，这要
pleasures I
是
can
可以
give you.
持续都永久那就好了。
Sadly, drinking this too often could prove fatal. Hey, know how you always show up when I whistle?
不解之谜出现了。
Exactly.
Well, you're my human. Gotta be there when you need me. Yes, I'll be there for you, as the world falls down.
It's still kinda strange. How you cross the ocean when I call sometimes, but then get hung up on the tiniest fence. What's that about?
What can I say? Everyone's got limits.
靠呗，干真的是每次遇到自然都跨不过去哎。
Listen, got this contract I need to finish before the brew wears off.
Right. Monster won't slay itself. Let me see. First up, I need to know what we're dealing with. Follow me, and try not to trample any plants or small animals.
好。在我好像骑着它撞死很多只动物就是了。
Geralt, we gotta inspect this area closely. I'll look for clues. You stand there and, well, just stand.
Right.
Will you look at that?
Don't see anything here.
These are hoof prints. Not just any old horses either. These were left by an astral being, otherworldly. We gotta follow them.
他比我专业怎样？现在变成我来协助他调查。
Look, this here's definitely a clue.
什么
？Dead moths.
比武打完了。
比武打完了？什么比武啊？
Now,
你是说拳击赛吗？
Same whiff I caught at the cemetery in Vizima
哦，还没。
when we were hunting ghouls. The smell of death.
Smells normal to me. Not taking me for a ride, are you?
Seriously?
有在那等他有什么东西吗？
骑士的恋爱风云。
哦，对，打完了。
Right, Geralt. Let's sum up what we know so far.
我们情报小的可怜。
Don't know much. It's a spirit of some sort. Torments the hermit for some unknown reason. It's immaterial, so I've got no idea how to fight it. If we can even find it, that is.
Geralt, please, I got this. It's definitely an Umbra, an immaterial wraith. This one's assumed the form of a horse.
An Umbra actually makes sense. Umbrae are completely invisible, even to Witchers. But how can you be sure?
Because it's not invisible to me, Doofus. It's right over there.
哦，看到。哎。
It's getting away! Come on, Witcher, hop in the saddle! Gotta catch it!
哦。
There's the Umbra! Let's go, Geralt! After it! Hey! Gotta save my strength a bit. No telling how long we're gonna need to keep running.
不用啦，原地奔跑就对了。
Geralt, we gotta have a man-to-horse talk. No offense, but your riding skills, they leave a bit to be desired, buddy. You'd really do me a solid if you could apply a slightly surer hand. Be a little more decisive about where you want me to go.
我被我的马呛了。
Sometimes I got no idea, buddy. Do I go left, right, toward where I'm standing?
It'd be great if you could respond more fluidly to my
干，真的，他是可以马上停下来，或马上左转之类的就好了。他跑好快哦。
Let's not lose sight of that Umbra. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's right there. Run, Roach.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
好，快点，萝卜！
Sometimes buck me off in the middle of a fight.
First I've heard. Don't recall that ever happening.
Of course you don't.
哇，他跑真的好快！哎！
Melted into thin air.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh fuck! Geralt, watch out! Good gods! What's with the overgrown demon cats? Help!
哎 2块钱。
Marcello Clarici, knight, died last year. Was more or less the same age as our hermit. Seems his spirit's become a horse-shaped umbra that's tormenting Penastri.
Why are you telling me this? I can read and draw my own conclusions.
Thinking aloud, that's all.
他妈是
Helps
死
me
士是不
focus.
是？有够像的欸。原来我的马是专门吐槽的吗？哎呦
Geralt, it's the Umbra! Attack!
Let me explain.
Talk, but make it fast. Why are you tormenting the hermit?
She torments me, refuses to forgive me. I'm denied peace in the afterlife, and it's all her doing. Each day I come and beg her for clemency.
Beg her for clemency. You drink her blood, drive her mad with fear.
I don't know how to explain it, but yes, a monstrous force takes me. Though I also know I'll not have peace till the day Penastri forgives me.
我们关系。
You and the hermit, how do you know each other?
We met as babes, grew up side by side. I loved her. Yet she was always sad. Nothing could cheer her. The world terrified her. I thought her gloom came from being poor. So I did my damnedest to take us from our village, make us a better life elsewhere. Became a squire, took her with me to the palace. But Penastri soon learned nobles are no more decent than peasants, not a speck. Once even I'd grown vile to her eyes, she fled the palace and joined the flagellants. I left the court
还讲话不要顿那么久好不好？
Yet she cast me off. Said she didn't want to know me. When the whip bearers proved too hard-hearted for her too, she became a hermit. I see it clearly now, though I never understood her while alive. From the grave's dark depth, the living are bright, sharp flares. You see all their thoughts at once. Now I understand why she had to cast me off.
She's full of rage. Probably what turned you into an umbra.
马是怎么回事？
Why take the form of a horse?
A horse? What do you mean? Each day since I died, a power lifts me from my grave and makes me run. Then I return with blood in my mouth. I don't know what this is, how it comes to pass, but I do know the torment will continue until she forgives me. But she sees me as a horse, you say?
Seems so. Same way I saw you. Must have heard her something awful if she refuses to forgive you. Would rather see you suffer. What did you do?
To her? Nothing. But my horse, I flogged it to death. Penastri, she saw this. Proud stallion, my Blaze. But he was a bucker and tossed me during a tourney. One I'd wanted to win badly.
原来是
Penastri had been
虐
so
待动物
glad
啊！
they'd let me stand. Me, a peasant's son. I wanted to win it for her. But that horse made me loose. Rage overcame me. I struck and struck until at last he fell. Oh, the regret. I beg you forgive me. Absolve me in Blaze's very name.
Can't forgive you for that. Not in my power.
But your horse could? Please, I'd do anything. I'm desperate. Help me. Noble mare, forgive me my sin.
哦，罗伯是圣马。
Could free his spirit, pardoning him on behalf of his horse. But you shouldn't do it if you don't think he deserves forgiveness.
Did a rotten thing. Got no excuse. Your horse was loyal. Did the best damn job he could. 'Cause that's how we horses are.
True. I know I deserved what befell me.
But we aren't vengeful, don't hold grudges, don't dwell on being left in monster-infested woods. So, in your poor Blaze's name,
我会纠结被丢在充满怪物的森林里。哇，他要呛我吗？
Thank you. I feel it's incredible. Such relief, such lightness.
哦，他升天了。
All right then. Guess we might as well head back. Penastri's nights ought to be ghost-free from now on. Anything to add, Geralt?
Nope. Let's go see her.
"跟马沟通真是蛮不错的能力耶。
Phantom's gone. Shouldn't torment you ever again.
I felt a change. I did. As if I'd been released from a cramped, dank cellar. I had come to believe no one could help me. I'm grateful, Witcher.
Ought to thank my horse, actually. Phantom's departure, mostly Roach's doing.
Then I thank you too, noble creature.
哦，他听得懂。
Gotta admit, easy peasy with our powers combined. So, what now? We hit the path? Right to the nearest notice board? Rustle up another contract?
Exactly. No, effects of the bruise waning. I can feel it. Won't be able to understand you soon.
That's horseshit. I mean, I got so much more I want to tell you, and...
感觉配音好玩哦。
Clever beasts, horses.
Ah.
Farewell, Witcher.
要笑没了。马之灵哦，萝卜哎，萝卜有这条目哦，是讲萝卜哪里啊？萝卜，我走了。每匹马都取名为萝卜。偶尔惊慌失措，战斗中要减弱小象马背。天地雄狮的要紧时刻突然朝错的方向奔去，之前又特不耐烦的出口成章。当他开口呼唤萝卜，萝卜一样无助的停在矮栅栏后一根小木头后面。三不五时，我一家跑到农民家的屋顶上跳舞，这个我没遇过啦。好了，这个任务也做完了。10点哦，那我们去做主线吧。今天不能开太晚了，明天也要上班。 这里。
The flags don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
东杰死后，太长女继承爵位，诅咒的胡说八道，让他接受他的幼女。很小。然后听到什么奇怪的声音？还没上班吗？弹幕表：比起차량20块，차량不打量15块，单只皮鞋擦亮。正常老兵想人是小气鬼提供。冰蝶骑士腰带还有其他皮件30块，靴子20克朗，不含靴子。特约会金属装备清洁。有，还有口号哎。上午接，中午好了。要
So how would you
用多久？
explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pites, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks with dirt in their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
他爸，他爸。
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his fruit.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck at our shop door just to draw patrons to his own stall. So back away, drifter.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
Oh.
Break your legs, vagrant teeth.
不能放法印哦。
Scofflaws and cheats.
I take him from the left.
Stay together.
Time to end this.
Know it. Kill the harlot's brute, but Billy but 4 fingers.
哎。哎，不是，我明明每次都有格挡，几掰。他不让我放法印呢，好烦哦。那我可以喝药吧？
The flags don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
So how would you?
You can't.
Fickle.
I'll
Leave him alone. A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you.
Lad! We'll break your legs, vagrant! Teach you to have scofflaws and cheats!
Come on, come closer.
对啊。
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out, though.
Uh-huh. I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time has served to scare the demons out of you. Come on.
感觉他们好无辜哦。
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help.
还真的是你用的啊。
Bit about the mud's true. They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
啊，好啦好啦，给我坐。
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed.
Yeah.
I hear a faint
Giao
bell
quệ.
ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say
太多。
500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me.
我靠！
What would you even do with that?
这500块比我任何一个委托还要高哎。
It's my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
要这么坏吗？好啦。
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. And
果然是个
I'm
当商人
prepared
的
to give
料
you， this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
就是会谈判。
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go?
你刚刚不
With all
是
due respect,
才
sir,
亲过我的
your
鞋
boots
子
could？stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One the boot black mentioned.
这么保存为什么？它不能保存呢、那么多乌鸦，太多了吧？
Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Ah, 画面多了。
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
这些玩具都长灰尘了，还有蜘蛛网。
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
强制退租，租金未如期支付。哦，原来是付不起租金啊！信怎么信？我请爸爸妈妈帮我买玩具好久，总之扑克说没有钱。爸爸什么时候赚钱？他就生气，差点打我。朋友都有好漂亮的玩具，有泰迪熊、金发娃娃，真的是无字书。 那就不会写字，现在会了。哦，他想要二手玩。
Somebody fixed this recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
他觉得这些玩偶很恶心哦。
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
Oh.
Nice little trinket.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
疯子在马桶泡，朝向人挥舞自己的小老二，那是怎样？
Attic, let's go.
Oh.
So this is his nest. Need to look around.
可疑的信件。
Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her.
因为他还是被迫杀人的。
Where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive
被
Detlef
威胁
killed
了。
not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Indeed. Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
不能杀他，又朝他的爱人下手，
It would have to be someone devilishly
确实
dangerous.
是老套的
As you
做
well
法。
know, having faced Detlef yourself, whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things.
所以他是外遇了，是不
Something
是？
one associates with the kidnapped, or those who
或是被威
disappear
胁
against their will. I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess that Detlef grew angry one day, showed another, more monstrous side. Detlef's anger could frighten anyone off, though most who see it get no chance to flee.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Detlef ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly, Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find out.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Tools were used recently. Detlef unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
所以幕后黑手非常讨厌一些
Woman's likeness.
歧视的武德。
It's smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure.
应该说不是讨厌歧视的武德，应该是讨厌违背歧视武德的人。就用奇特的方式将他们杀死。恶兽目标有进展。
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported.
从墨水去猜测
Still
从哪里
worth
来的。
remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
现在是要想说人是他杀的，但他这样算清白吗？算你清白了。
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not.
这他应该是人字旁，还有没有女部他？
Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
哦，这个玩偶在暗喻着什么吗？52等人，6点的技能点，这个是够，但是就缺红色吧，就是缺红色。美酒是神圣的。啊，等我一下，先上一下厕所。 回来，等我一下，我弄个饮料。去找女爵。下面吗？我这里。
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher. I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing?
听我解释，冷静。
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter.
Won't make any
difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Echimaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great,
killed
or enslaved us all.
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
杨也知道是要去找那个在那边威胁人家的吧？
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier.
哦，品酒师。
In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
好快！
Witcher,
一句话的时间，他要来
show
了。
him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
这都看得出来啊，太猛了吧！
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak.
你会像我来用舔的、啊。
Deep Burgundy. Clarity high. It's simple. Saint Real. The 1269 vintage.
That's
好猛！
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Sonreal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Sonreal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of
东国王室。
As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
我不信，那我喝喝看，可以这样子吗？
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito.
啊，既然要我们两个合
We've
作
no
吗？
wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
啊，走吧。
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
哦，确实很低调。看看我的萝卜多么的华丽。
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
我们三个的马蹄号一致哦，很整齐耶。这连军队都不可能那么整齐。哦，我干，吓死！
We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone!
打一下马好了，这打马上打架好难哦。
Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunately
Thank you.
happening by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
好开心哦！好啦好啦好啦。
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant, could be the steward, could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Begone from my sight. Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court? Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens. I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
跟你谈谈。
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce
我认错
oneself
人了吗？
before
不是，
asking any questions.
不是那个人哦。
This is Geralt
看
of
的一样
Rivia,
啊。
a witcher. He has come to Toussaint
不
on
是那个，
my
不是那
personal
个
invitation.
雕像的人。
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of
看来是不同人。
course.
人家穿的一模一样，
Did you
颜
hear
颜色
that,
也一样。
Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
This Sonreal, how many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
怎么运送的？
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison, guards who have served here for years, and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Son Real. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Son Real stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
他口急到第二个再讲错字。
Cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Go哪边？右转。
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
哦，现在盘点的是不是？没想到我上班要盘点，下班在这边也要盘点。东之东，木锤。
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
波米诺。
Got Pomino over here.
波米诺没什么好说的吗？上面刚不是说有牌匣耶？找到了。哎，年份不对。
San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
你就不要挡住我。这边没有牌子。这边。啊，又错了。
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right
那你不要
year.
卡我啊！啊！啊，还有掉下去，我要从哪里开始找了？这里吗？ 他知道了。
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
哦，空心的吗？哦，不行，我可以用反应轰一下就知道了。
Full.
这不能敲。
Full. This one's full too. Full.
都满的
This
啊。
one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanrial? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by
哦，
one.
我也可以喝了吗？
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
我给他喝哟，我不能喝哦。
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sanrial.
龙头就这样撞上去的。啊，才喝到了。
Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was
原来是本赤蛋大。
I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough.
那我可以假扮成送货的啊。
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon.
叛国罪。
He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
一手合作。
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal. Relax. Now we wait.
Ah, our favorite vintner.
他脸颊还有闪电的那个
It's not him.
开扁。要冲去哪啊？
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight.
哦，他慢慢的对我改观了吗？
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment.
哎呦，真的。
I was wrong about you.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Hmm?
Wait, she here?
I hope you did not think I would leave this to you alone, especially when every hour could prove essential. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Do the honors.
哇，刺穿了，看起来好痛哦。
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother. Once again, who sent you? Your nun's lover. They call him.
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Huh?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
啊，不是不怕
Stop
死。
screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
嗨，已经弄了，
I
来早安啦。
totally don't know. Hornet's the leader. Only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out. The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
我是负责等的吗？我以为我是负责做其他事情的。
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
队长回来了。
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
这是多少钱？这不是第一次。
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
是宴会。
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that
就要戴
get
面
together.
具去宴会了。
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the
这么硬的吗？
Not a
别
mouse
包
will
围。
squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
他要被排除在外了。
Gonna be held.
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
好吧，那我回去换一张之前穿那一套蓝色的礼服。如果他让我换的话，为什么开始到哪里去？这里，那我重新买哦。
I should double the patrols, just in case.
他有重新买啊，也不是不行啊。买衣服的话还 OK 啊。跟你讲，是怎么一回事啊？就是在城市里面也会有跟我打。
Didn't look like locals. Damien's right. I'm a hunted man.
我记得他还说我的手会不开心。哦，我的画像确实画的蛮不错的。
Any takers? Last call, then I head home.
这个猫咪看到我都要哈气。
No two ways about it.
这里。
Sacre bleu! It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
All jests aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
啊，没有蓝色的衣服哦。好来，要接套吧。裤子不用换吧？要吗？好了，换一下。优雅豹克兰的裤子跟牛家的裤子有什么差别？看不出来。要戴面具吗？要拿面具了。
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
护腕应该不用拿掉吧？哦，要拿掉了，那比较帅一点。我找些就好了，不用传送。辛特拉之男。
Oh, is my
Reginald
head
Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now.
1922啊。
Nice tune. Late. Now, why does that not surprise me?
放天灯嘞！啊，忘记戴面具了，靠北。
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... Just one other detail. Here, put it on.
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on,
面具我记忆
no
有
one
啊，
asks who you are.
下了没下了？这个也蛮不错的。
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
我们表演。
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Bellont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
That's it. Clue.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Centrian.
参加娱乐活动。欢乐男子。
Hello.
Go on, Geralt. Be bold. Show us the artist in you. Paintballs. Cast them at the canvas.
蓝色。
Yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
Silence. The artist must focus.
Hey.
Quite the noble color.
Splendid. The sky over 2 suns.
Or a deeply internalized fear of intimacy.
Hey. Hey. 西单大作战。
It's obvious.
啊。
Represents transgression in its purest form.
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
啊。
Please do not disturb. One false move could prove ruinous to the entire community.
它蓝是怎么变的？啊。
Lush and verdant as
Ah.
a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Composition takes shape.
Ah.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Gods, scarlet, crimson, oxblood. I see
Ah.
full sensually parted lips. Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The
Oh.
dualistic nature of man.
好吧，我不懂艺术。对汉。
What?
True talent paints like the great wall.
The Great Wall? But
He's a dancer.
这不是门吗？
Wenches will be wenches.
Let's go.
第一个干嘛？
As you've made no effort to understand, it's a matter
默
of
剧
constant
被拔河啊！
power and influence.
你灭火一下啦！
They can't agree. They cut the line. And you, the constant struggle.
Damsels demand Tesmos.
We must throw off the magic.
爱德华的受孕，
Venture beyond
很
the
讲，
bounds of cognition.
这是什么？马蒂达学走路啊！
Color is but the shadow of deliberations on the nature of existence.
路多维克诞生，
Relevance to the work's ultimate meaning.
看他我完全看不懂。
Need I remind you that neither
Where is it? Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not? Please leave. This is a private alcove. Leave us be.
哎，他跟你讲话，
Please leave.
我要不跟你讲话
This。is a private, but I'm sure it's an origin.
Cecilia never should have performed tonight. You should have.
It seems someone decided otherwise.
We are busy.
你要闭气。
Hey, tittle, tittle, the cat and the
要卡我，让我出去！哇，他卡姐也不让我出去，还好，这边可以出去。
I shall go.
Wenches
Or
will be
perhaps I won't.
wenches.
Understand, there are a great many highly qualified.
Are you sure it's an original?
My employer swears it. Besides, have you not heard the
哎，为
news?
什么看不到我
Have I not？
来食物。
How fares your health, sir?
What？ 嗯，啊，要躲你了。
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
哦，找到人了。
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
真不错。
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think
哦，
you may still get your chance.
看来他有兴趣哦。
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian Noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
啊，原来不是吗？
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here, tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
饮料桌。 我绕回来这边的。
Would I ever love to
Let's look by the refreshment.
It's a shame he didn't come alone.
Needs I remember.
Absinthe, the preferred hooch of
Why?
artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
Oh.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
Bloody colorful, that's what!
ignorance.
Oh.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like
Touchy.
dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it. Hit of Fistag. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
And they not even wish to comment.
The great one. He's a dancer.
地位。
That's to say, the other one. His brother.
要卡我。
My heart's about to
Look,
burst.
lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely
哦
come.
这间。
Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Brother dearest.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come. We must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Belland. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign
也是黑胡子啊。
a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Yeah，锁住了。啊，死了。
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
他死前都没有任何的
Tore down the
定价
door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door. Then stepped in the soil.
哦，他没进门。
Must have climbed this ladder. Footprints made by soiled boots.
这里实用。
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
顺便拿点东西。破镜子。
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
打斗痕迹。
Blood stains. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links of a snapped chain.
这样旁边这个啦。
Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it?
往外逃了。
On the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
猎刀。
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then
那个新特拉的人跟他打。
Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years.
传家宝。
Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The Heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember
但是我刚刚去马之岭那个地方啊。
Just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
他说有个女孩卖给他那个朝圣特之心。
Oriana,
这女孩是谁？
any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers.
Oh.
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
突然就宫廷斗争了。
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
我知道是为什么现在说为什么不让长女来继承王位，要让幼女。原来如此。
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys. But I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why
毕竟他也没跟他讲说他就是凶手。
A surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for ages, literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too, even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlaf here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous. and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlef believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a beautiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlef, who wants revenge above all else.
对耶，因为那个吸血鬼他想要杀了绑架他女人的人，可是女爵又要我们不要杀他姐姐。哇！然后我们又不能让女爵知道那个吸血鬼就是杀了很多人的人。哇，各种隐瞒，又关系好复杂。
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
那吸血鬼怎么会这么信任我啊？然后却跟他打过，让他觉得我很厉害吗？
This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
哦，那看来我刚没选错。
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix's mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Ah, 好，那这个任务已经结束了吧？结束了吗？1500哎。好，这任务结束了。 就那个新出来之男是谁？根本没有遇到。好了，那今天就先开到这，明天还要上班，先休息了。明天我尽量开了，这几天我都尽量开，因为我想把游戏玩完。好，那我们就来找个地方揪团。 先叫谁来开台？好，看到了，小孩在玩是什么？翻修房子游戏。好，那就找小孩吧。好，那就弄到爸爸跟紫竹爸爸，那我们就去找小海，到那边可以跟小海打个招呼。那我们就准备出发 ，Go Go！